Hi, my name is Jonathan Hicks. I'm at Essen 2018, and today I'm joined by
Josh Carlson from Chip Theory Games.
He's here to talk to us about Cloudspire, which is your latest game on Kickstarter. Is that right?
Correct. It's there now.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
You bet. Cloudspire was inspired by a lot of time spent on games like League of Legends. These are digital games, and also our love for like map building and Warcraft, the original. We liked the basics of the defense of your fortress or whatever it was, but also the construction of these towers and spires. And so to make that a little bit more interactive, we wanted the minions to be coming out from both sides. So in Cloudspire, excuse me, in Cloudspire, you're basically building up your fortress and then deciding what type of units to deploy based on a few things that you're seeing. Sometimes it's certain things that happen before each wave, which is an event. It might be in this situation, it's islands. These islands are coming closer together, so it's bringing factions that have not interacted with one another right into each other's faces, and they're now in conflict. And so the dust from that collision maybe grounds all flying units for that wave, and so the heirs, which are a lot more reliant on flying, might have to find another way to traverse or select the right kind of units because they're going to have to walk along the ground for that wave. So little things that are going to cause you to kind of rethink strategies at every turn is what we want, more so than just kind of a broad club in terms of tower defense. So yeah, the gameplay, yes.
I just say we've got a prototype setup in front of us here, haven't we?
Yes.
So tell us about gameplay.
Okay, so gameplay is fairly straightforward. Now you're looking at a really small board. It usually starts with a large main center hex group. You do 6 more of these all the way around, even in a 1v1 game. And then you put your fortresses, you attach those on either side or wherever the player chooses. And then you can go up to 4-player on that. So, but in a game like this, to show it on this table, we've shortened that up. And but it's made up of fortresses that can be upgraded. This is all very, very early prototype art. Some of it is just the numbers and whatnot are aids for us so that we can better play test certain things. But you can get the lay of it and kind of the idea of how things are working. You've got main hex groups, and then you have small hex groups. All of this comes in the game. This isn't just demoing. This is all neoprene that sticks really good to the table, so you're not adjusting every other minute. And this is called earth shaping. It's part of the market phase. You can purchase materials to earth shape the lands even further, either by filling them in or by going on top of. When you go on top of, the only rule is that you can't cover up a path. So I couldn't create some type of landlock where no minions could get through. So, but I could open up a path further. So now these units are having more and more options for how to surround and combat each other. But yeah, it's made up of minions that you're selecting and determining how you want to deploy them. These minions have, like a lot of our games, have health tokens underneath them, tracking their health. They have their stats, and they have a non-upgraded side and an upgraded side. And minions are selected and then deploy, and once they're deployed, their movement and much of their attack is, I would say, 80 to 90% automated. So you have it's more about the planning of your units and then the very small decisions that you're making once you get to something like this, where you want to potentially go this way so that you open up a route for maybe more heavy hitting units that you have coming behind, or go ahead and start soaking damage to make, bring your whole posse a little bit further down the way. But yeah, and then you can also group your units. So on this side, the Zerker, he might go ahead and have, we might choose to put this Ram unit first and the Zerker underneath it, which means these are now grouped. The Zerker has 4 health, or I'm sorry, the Ram has 4 health, and they're going to move as a unit that's together. But once this Ram gets taken out, the Zerker will be left and you'll reload health at that point. So now the health goes back up, and that's kind of a way to get further and further toward that fortress. But meanwhile, you're passing things that are called points of interest. And in these points of interest, these are different types of minions, NPC minions, that you're going to potentially have to engage with and fight and clear out in order to build spires on these points. These are little source points. They're randomized throughout, and so are the points of interest, so it creates a lot of replayability there. And yeah, once you cleared them out, then you're able to build spires. And spires, this is a very, very basic spire, but a spire usually consists of a certain amount of upgrades. And those upgrades are different chips that from the side you can see the color, so you know exactly what they are without having to check every single chip. But this one comes with 1 attack and 1 range, which means that this spire can attack anything within this radius here, this first hex radius. If you give it 1 more range at a later time, it increases that by 1 whole hex radius. So you're able to reach out and hit someone. So anyways, that's kind of the battle phase. There's a lot going on in terms of the upgrading of your fortresses. They're very asymmetrical in that you can, the Brahmin are very much reliant on their structure upgrades in order to upgrade units to their better side. Whereas the heirs don't rely on that at all. The only way they can upgrade their units is by in battle. So they always start on their non-upgraded side, and then as they make kills on the battlefield, their units upgrade, which opens up a lot more options with them within their fortress. The Brahmin are maybe a little more straightforward. So a little bit maybe harder to play, or a little bit more strategic in how you spread out those units and when you make that kill. Whereas the Brahmin are kind of brute force. They know exactly what they want and how to get it. But yeah, I mean, that's just a basic thing, an overview. We're developing solo. We've got a video out now on the Kickstarter finally, and we'll do much more when we get back from Essen. But yeah, it's exciting. It's coming along well. Solo and co-op is also a very separated scenario pack that we're developing for 2-player co-op as well. So yeah, it's exciting. It's going well. It's been really well received here, and we just can't wait. There's so much more to like share. Separated islands, gate ports that you can kind of backdoor your opponents and stuff like that. So we just need time to tell you all about it. So yeah, thank you.
All right, well, that was Cloudspire. I just will say, though, that this is Chip Theory Games, the publishers here, produced Too Many Bones, which is one of my all-time favourite games. Their production quality is off the charts. I highly recommend them. So I've backed this on Kickstarter. I'm really looking forward to this one coming out next year. All right, thanks very much for watching. That was Cloudspire.